In this video, we will be exploring the metaphor for prosperity and luck in the Chinese culture. The theme for this collage paintings is reds and oranges, and orange and red represents prosperity and luck, an auspicious color in Chinese New Year. And since Chinese New Year is just around the corner, so I'm making this collage painting as a gift for someone close to me. Hello again, everybody. So today's theme is another gift, and it's going to be in reds and pinks and gold. Okay, and this is a gift for my aunt. It's her birthday's coming up. She's the mother of the cousin that I made a gift for previously. So today I'm making this with the theme of red because she likes to play the lottery a lot, not in an unhealthy way, but in a more like a gaming sort of fashion, like gaming kind of fashion. So she doesn't have a problem with gambling. It's just that she's playing the lottery like every week. She spends like probably like $10 or so playing the lotto, and sometimes she wins, sometimes she doesn't. Okay, and she's also the lady that I was talking about when I was drawing. No, I guess maybe I didn't talk a lot about it in here, but yeah, she's the lady whom I taught the Neuroart tree to, and taught her how to draw the wish tree, and she won the lotto like quite a few times after drawing the wish tree. So I'm just going to leave it as that. So in any case, so this is about inviting luck into your life or into her life. This is the theme of this collage piece of art, and that's why I prepared this printout. Now many of you have seen this printout like in the previous video. Okay, so and I've mentioned before that this one is for another project. So this is the project that this one is for. So this one, it just means that in translation, I mean in Chinese, is 财运滚滚. It means lady luck or money luck or prosperity rolling in like the waves of the ocean or the waves of the river. Okay, so kind of let that meaning, if you can see the metaphor there. 滚滚, the metaphor is more like, you know, the rolling waves coming in. So like the waves of the ocean crashing against the beach, or the river flowing, you know, in river flowing. The metaphor is the river flowing with force coming in. So that's what this means. So the blessing here is, may prosperity flow in like the river or the ocean coming into your life or into your home or something like that. Okay, and the background is some Chinese characters that are based on the, let me see if I can find a, okay, I see it here. Okay, so the background here is like different versions of this word, which is called fu, which is also a Chinese representation of luck in a way. And so in Chinese New Year is very popular. This is like a artifact version of how the character looks like. The actual character looks closer to this. Okay. And so I took the picture at the back of the internet, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it. So because I'm not selling the picture, so alright, so what it is the character Fu written in several different ways. Like it's the same character, but it's the characters in different forms of writing in Chinese, like historical Chinese characters in all the different forms. Okay, so that's as much as I'm going to say, because I know not everybody knows Mandarin or Chinese. You know, I mean, not many of my viewers are versed in Mandarin or Chinese. And in case you're wondering why I'm doing this, because my aunt, she is Chinese educated. Okay, and I'm in Singapore. I'm not in China, I'm in Singapore. And so I'm like, I know a bit of Chinese, but not a whole lot. Not enough to write an essay on it, but I can speak fluently in Chinese, and I know some Chinese enough to be able to converse with somebody in Chinese or Mandarin, so you call it. Okay, and then some other dialect, because I was brought up in a Chinese dialect which is known as Hokkien. I don't think you know. It sounds a bit like how it sounds a little bit like how Taiwanese people would converse in their native language. I mean, Taiwanese, they'll speak Mandarin, but they also speak their native language, Taiwanese. And when they do speak their native Taiwanese, Chinese, I can understand what they're saying. I may not speak the same way that they do, but Hokkien is pretty close to what they're speaking. Okay? So in any case, that's enough of my story and history. So I'm gonna start working on this. So again, I have all these red things here. They're all backgrounds. They're not complete. I will use some of them really as the background, and then on some other I will be drawing on it to make marks and then to improve on it before I actually paste on this thing. Of course, this is going to be the main focal point. Okay, it's going to be a circle. So without talking more, I'm going to start working on this. So I'm going to make some marks on this piece of paper to differentiate it from the rest of it, or actually from the background. So this is going to be on the bottom. So I'm going to make marks that look like a little golden bolt. Okay, like actually it's more like a tail of gold, like a tail. I'll show you a picture of it up here for a couple of seconds. And that was actually the main aim of it. Okay, so you'll see. Okay, so this is a piece of, I would say something that I did that I wasn't very happy with, but I can use this if I cut it up into strips, which is what I'm going to do right now. So you'll see what I'm going to make out of this. Alright, so you see me cut a lot of things into strips for this segment of the video. The theme this time is red and orange. So we're going to talk about the color psychology for red and orange. So red is an auspicious color in the Chinese culture. So it is considered lucky, and it's also thought of as being able to ward off evil spirits, but that's in Chinese culture only, okay? And as I've mentioned before, red is also associated with luck in the Chinese culture. Now, red also evokes feelings of warmth, gentleness, love, and inspiration. And red means life and intensity. And passion. Okay, red has the property of being able to stimulate passion in a person, but red can impair performance on achievement tasks. Now, in a previous video, I mentioned that there was a film from a TV show known as You Asked For It, and I mentioned that they were showing this film clip about men lifting weights when exposed to the color red or the color blue. So when it's exposed to red, they couldn't lift the weight, but when they're exposed to the blue color, they were able to do it. So red has this property that it can impair performance on achievement tasks. Okay, too much red can also cause irritation, agitation, and anger. That's why you never see red rooms, but only blue room or green room as in the waiting room. Okay? Now we talk about orange. So orange is associated with energy like the sun. So therefore it's also linked to excitement and enthusiasm. And also has the meaning for prosperity of wealth. Now I don't know where this came from because I'm quite certain in Chinese culture this doesn't exist, but I don't know which cultural metaphoric meaning this is associated with, but I pulled it up from some information from a website that this is the meaning, so I'm just going to go with it. I don't know if there's any research on this. There probably is, but because I don't have access to any of the research papers anymore, so I can't really look for one. So orange also has the property of stimulating changes in someone. Oops. Okay, so I guess if you ever want to change a bad habit or whatever, make sure you have orange around. Again, I can't look up any research papers on this because of the fact that I don't have any access to research papers, searching for research papers anymore, so I can't look it up. I mean, I can look it up on Google, but that's not very reliable. Okay, as opposed to maybe psych search or something like that. Alright, so now we'll talk about the spiritual aspects of red and orange. So we're going to go with red first again. So red is the fire element. So for bright red in feng shui is associated with the fire element. So, and it's associated with the earth element if it's a dull red like maroon, kind of. Okay, so bright red like vermilion is associated with fire, and maroon is associated with the earth element. And red is the color of the sacral chakra. Okay, the sacral chakra is your base chakra. Therefore, it's also the seat of your sexual energy. And it is also associated with manifestation into physical form, okay? Because again, red is in the sacral chakra, it's associated with sexual energy, therefore it's associated with giving birth. You see the link there, and therefore physical manifestation. Okay, so red is the color for action, and if you want something done, like, you know, if you're missing some energy or whatever and you want something done, use the red color, okay, to maybe spur you into action. Maybe if you have some action words that you want to act out in your life, positive affirmations. Yeah, so I suppose it would be a really good idea to get a red piece of paper, bright red piece of paper, and write down positive affirmations for yourself. So this would be the call to actions from within your psyche. Okay, now it may work subconsciously, so I don't know because there isn't any research being done on this. Okay, now red, that's why red is also associated with action phrase I am, because it's part of the sacral chakra. Now we talk about orange. So orange is an earth element in feng shui. Okay, the color orange, it is the color of the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus is the area just a little bit above your navel, and it is associated with power, determination, and strength. Now, this area is purportedly in spiritual circles is the area where you gather energy to push out through the sacral chakra, which is red, which is manifestation. Okay, so this is the spiritual meaning of orange. And orange has the action phrase of I do, which is the action phrase for solar plexus. Okay, I do is the action phrase for the solar plexus. That's all for the colors red and orange.